James Thomas, Morning Blend. Today I have Mark Critch, who is creator and star of Son of a Critch, airing on the CW right here in St. Louis. You can catch it every Thursday. I think that is right. Yeah,
That is right.
Thursday. That's right, CW. And the season premiere is actually on the 25th, which will already have aired. But today I've got Mark Critch. How are you, sir?
Great. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Well, I appreciate it. So I gotta have some fun with this because I'm watching this episode. It's about the glasses, and I'm sitting thinking to myself, "Wow, is that how Catholic school used to be?"
It is. It is. And where I'm from, because it was place I'm from is heavily Irish, right? So we had Irish Christian brothers and real nuns. And in that episode, it starts off with this nun bringing in this life-size crucifix to remind everyone, as she's dragging it around, to remind everyone of all the suffering our Lord went through and stuff, which that did happen to me. That did happen. It was a male teacher in real life, and he had made this crucifix in his backyard, and he brought it in, and he got in a lot of trouble from the nuns because he was late for all his classes because he's looking at this thing. Have you ever tried to go up the stairs in the school with a crucifix, a life-size one? He was getting stuck, so he was like 15 minutes late for each class. But he would not stop. He would not let it go. So yeah, that it's always the craziest thing. So people go, that can't be true, and it's like, no, that's the true part. Yeah.
Wait a minute, one more thing. Again, I don't want to give too much away.
No.
Were you really bullied by this little kid?
Well, I'll tell you, that comes from a true story. So in my life, this girl who was bullying me from a bad bully family. There was a family. There was like, it seemed like there was 100 of them. There was one of these kids in every grade. They all had red hair. They all had the same nickname, Fox. And it was a kind of thing where if you crossed one of them, you crossed them all. And this guy was like, I'm gonna beat you up after school. I was like, oh, okay. It was a fifth grade, and I came outside, and there was a whole family waiting for me. And it was him. There was a guy who worked at the grocery store up the road, and he had like the white, like butcher's kind of apron on. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, you're an adult, you know? And he was like about 17 or something. There was a guy from grade 5. I was in grade 5 at the time. There was a kid from grade 9. And then there was a kid from the 4th grade. And then they had their kid brother who was in kindergarten was there too. And he was like flicking rocks at me. And, come on, I'll fight you. And I'm like, guys, like one of you can beat me up. Did this guy get time off work to beat me up? So yeah, so that was it was tough. But this family they were with me every step of the way growing up.
Mark, have you gotten any emails or letters from some of your fans watching the show saying that happened to me?
You know what? It's amazing. The crazier things get. And of course, like I grew up in a small island off the coast of Canada. And you might think nobody else can relate to this stuff. But then you get people, because it comes down to it, like, yeah, it might not be Catholic school, might not be in Canada, but we've all felt bullied. We've all had we've all had a crush on someone. Do they like me? We all have, parent issues. So all those things really connect with people. And it was like with Malcolm McDowell, who plays my grandfather, people remember from Clockwork Orange and a bunch of other things he did. He was born in Yorkshire, England. He read the first script and he goes, oh my God, I love this. This really relates to me. And I'm thinking, how? But we all have that. And a lot of families watch the show together when it airs on old school TV. And for the parents, it's nostalgia. And for the kids, it's, oh, I'm going through that. I'm that age now, and it's still the same thing. They're still bullied. They don't have cell phones. They have cell phones now, and they don't have a landline. But they still are wondering, does that girl like me? That kind of thing. So the same way when I watched The Wonder Years when I was in the 80s, when I was a kid, and felt like the kid who was in the 60s on that show, I think families kind of have something. Everybody can connect to it.
What's interesting about the glasses, he didn't want to wear his glasses, but I remember in high school, to fool everybody to think that I was intelligent, I would wear these fake glasses.
No, that is so great. Oh my God, how long did you wear them?
I mean, for our senior year at Beaumont, yeah, for about, I think the first quarter, and then in the next semester, maybe half of the semester.
Did it work?
No.
Well, good try.
Yeah, it was a great try. I really enjoyed watching that episode. It was really great. I tell you one thing I would love to see happen. If he refuses to do it, I'll understand it. But I would love to have Malcolm McDowell singing in the rain. Just one time.
You know what? I thought about that at one point, and I was like, just singing it. But I think we will have to make that happen. I will put that in. If we get lucky enough to head to next season, I will put that in just for you, and we can have this talk. Because we've talked about that at once or twice, and I thought, will it take people out of it too much or what? But a lot of the younger kids will have no idea. It's like a little secret code to the parents watching. I think a little wink, and that would be kind of cool. We will do that. I will do that.
I thought it was very interesting too. At the very end of that particular episode, it finally dawned on me what you were doing. I said, "Ooh, teaching us all a life lesson on to be who we are." I thought that was interesting.
Well, that's what we try to do. I try to do that with every episode, is have a little life lesson in there, a little something I've learned, and a little something I've learned in reflection, looking at memories of my life growing up. Because, when you're growing up, you're just trying to survive every day. And then you're trying to figure out who you are. Then years later, looking back, you can see that a lot of the lessons you learn that stay with you forever may not have come from school. They come from the people around you, your family, your friends. And so have a little reflection on that. So yeah, that's what we try to do every week is just pass along a little something I learned from getting having a little kid throw rocks at me, or being afraid to wear your glasses. These are life lessons that you learn something about yourself. So it all builds character.
Yeah, it does. Because I still remember in 5th grade, I was bullied.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely bullied. Been speaking with Mark Critch. We've been talking about Son of a Critch, airing Thursdays on the CW. Mark, keep it up. I enjoy it. And I'm going to look forward to hearing Malcolm McDowell sing the song.
Good for you, James. I promise you.
Thanks, Mark.
All the best, my friend. Thank you.